Hey leaders, have you ever visited your manufacturing floor and say, you have a really easy day on Tuesday, but a really terrible day on Friday? Maybe everyone in your staff and floor personnel dread the end of the quarter because the bolus of incoming work. That may mean that you have unevenness and overburden present in your system. It's week 12, time for another business checkup, and this week we're talking about unevenness and overburden. Although the 8 forms of process waste, characterized by the downtime acronym we talked about last week, are the most commonly taught in lean or operational excellence, these 2 other factors create more process waste in your process, so are important to drive out of your business. Unevenness or non-uniformity, irregularity exists when the capacity of a certain station exceeds, a work center or workstation exceeds that of the other, and so we create this imbalance within that. It can also occur when we have incorrect system level planning in our MRP or ERP system, that we're releasing more work to the floor that can physically be done within the standardized time. It also exists here at, say, month end, quarter end, where you release a bunch of orders into the system to try and hit our numbers. The other form of waste we want to talk about is overburden. Overburden occurs when you're asking machines or people to operate above and beyond what they are designed to do or designed to do in the long term. When we're executing beyond one's power, it's excessive, unreasonable for them to operate at those limits for a sustained period of time without burnout or breakdown. Now, as I mentioned, a common way you may already see this is we get to the end of a reporting period, quarter end, year end, the sales force is dropping a lot of orders in to hit the numbers and meet their quota. Operations, production managers is asking people to work faster to catch up and meet their deliveries. Downstream in distribution, we're trying to package up and get things shipped out so that we can take credit for the revenue. All of this is unevenness in the system. We're operating at a higher level than we normally would, and then that creates this overburden. We're asking people to work longer, work harder, machines to maybe forego planned maintenance. We abandon things like daily problem solving and continuous improvement because we're so focused on this increased wave of work that has just come through. Now, what's interesting is that ends up causing these other forms of waste, these downtime wastes. So we want to make sure, how do we level out the production plan? How do we level out the experience for everyone in the supporting functions within that? And so one of the key ways to do that is by implementing standard work. So standard work helps us understand how much work and in what period of time that can be produced. And when our planning systems are in line with our standard work at operations, that means we can actually do the work that's been put into the schedule. And it does require the discipline of other functions like sales, marketing, and finance to not create these bolus of work that we haven't accounted for operation within the standard boundaries that we have of standard work. So this week, I challenge you to take a walkthrough in your production facility. Think about where you are using things like expedite or drop-in orders, or at the end of quarter, you're trying to hit the numbers and you're running at a higher rate. Look closer at your scheduling process to see, do we have accurate information in our ERP or MRP system so that we are releasing work to the floor that can be accomplished within the standard work that's defined. Flattening out these waves of unevenness removes the overburden from the process and also results in less process waste and demonstrates your respect for people. Then you can focus on improving less and getting better results. We'll see you next week.